Watch this on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. We're here with the Rolling Thunder president, Bo John Brave Bull. Sir, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Okay, so far, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. And we've got a big event, or I don't know if but we're going to be covering it at least. But you've got a lot. Oh, we're going to wave at the people across the street. They're listening to us over their radio. That's pretty awesome. And let's talk about the event coming up this weekend. 2-day event. It's the Thunder at the River, and this isn't a new event. This is an event that people, at least if they participated in last year, they're probably really looking forward to this year, right?
Right.
And it is it's the Michigan Vietnam Veterans Wall that's going to be traveling through Manistee. Is that correct?
That's correct. We got the Michigan Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall, and we also have the Michigan Middle Eastern conflict.
Okay, yeah.
Memorial Wall coming through, and we'll be staging at the VFW in Manistee.
Okay.
2 o'clock, and we'll leave at 3 o'clock from there, and we'll be escorted through town to the casino, and then we'll set them up out there.
Now, is that Friday or Saturday?
That's Friday.
Friday, okay. So Friday at 2 o'clock at the VFW.
Right.
And then by 3 o'clock, you're at the casino. Is that right?
3 o'clock, we leave for the casino.
Oh, for the casino. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hour staging. And that gives the ability for people to come out and be a part of that route, right?
Yes.
What is and we have a lot of motorcycles that come out, but it's not just motorcycles. It's other individuals in their vehicles. They get a chance to see that wall. So do us a favor, kind of break down the staging area, what that looks like, and just kind of prepare people for that, if you don't mind.
All right. Well, we stage our bikes right on the side of the VFW, and then any other vehicles that are coming, they're usually staged across the street. They're lined up out there, and then once we leave, the bikes go, and then the cars go after that.
Okay, awesome. And then you're traveling, obviously down 31, I would assume,
right?
All the way to the casino. When it comes to red lights and traffic stops and stuff like that, do people stop, or do you get a chance to have the law enforcement help in that route?
Yeah, law enforcement have the roads blocked off, so we can just.
That's
it's
cool.
a continuous flow of traffic.
That's pretty awesome because the line can extend pretty far, right?
Yes.
How many motorcycles would you say was part of it last year, or are you expecting this year?
Last year, I think we had about 50 to 60 bikes.
Wow. Okay.
And then we're hoping to have more this year because we're also kind of teaming up with the Combat Vets Motorcycle Association,
mm-hmm.
and they're having their state meeting at the same time, so they're joining up with us for our event. So.
Okay, very cool. And if anybody's out there listening that wants to be a part of it, do they just show up?
Yeah, just show up and then line up.
All right, there you go. Take us through, if you don't mind, and if you're just joining us, we're talking with Bo John Brave Bull here in the studio, president of Rolling Thunder. When we're talking about this and the wall itself, there is a process of attaining that piece of wall to travel. What was that like, or what is that like, if you don't mind sharing that with us?
Well, the wall they've been with us for many years. Ever since we've been having the event, we've been trying to have the wall here. So all we do is of course we created a pretty good bond with them. So
mm-hmm.
they always keep that weekend open for us, so they can be here for our event.
That's cool. And how does the wall travel then? It's not like on the back of a motorcycle or anything like that. I mean, it has to be pretty protected.
Oh, they have a truck and a trailer that they keep it in, and then once they get to the casino, they unload it and then set it up.
Okay, and that's pretty cool that the casino allows this to happen because it's Fridays and Saturdays, obviously super busy,
right.
But to be able to have the route, have all the motorcycles, the other vehicles, people attend this. Take us through the setup process, or at least what it will look like when it actually gets to the casino there.
Well, we have a pretty good sized tent set up for both the Michigan Veterans Wall and the Middle Eastern Conflict Wall. So you walk in and they have the wall set up, and they have information too. So if you have somebody on there, they can give you all the information of whoever's on that wall. They can print it out for you on a sheet of paper.
Do you have individuals stop there that do notice family members that's on the wall and such? And what's that observation for you when you do see that?
That's kind of, it's really heart touching because, a lot of people, they go out there, they see that, and then they see that name, and it's just like they stop, and it's just, they stand there for a long time and just stare at the name, and it's pretty heart touching.
It is, and I think obviously, well, we know more than just us as observers that that they have that connection even more to the wall. Right. So that leads me to the next question: why do you do this? What's the ultimate purpose?
The ultimate purpose for the event, or the ultimate purpose for the wall?
For bringing the wall in.
For bringing the wall is it's educational. People need to remember that there's still people out there that have not come back yet.
Yeah.
And we need to keep that hope alive is what we're doing, and we need to bring those soldiers back.
Absolutely. Good message there. And so this isn't going to be something that we'll do it this year or in last year. You want to keep this going, right?
Oh, we've been doing it since we've had Thunder at the River.
Yeah.
It's been, every year.
That's incredible. All right, let's talk about Thunder at the River. It's a 2-day event. Starts on Friday with the memorial wall, with the Vietnam wall coming through in that route. But it's much bigger than this, right?
Yes, we have vendors, we have food concessions, we have music. So it's a pretty good big event.
All right, and it's right there at the casino.
Right in the casino parking lot.
Okay.
Then Saturday we have a escorted ride. It's probably a 2 or 3 hour ride that we go on and come back, and then once we come back, we have food and music and vendors.
Take us through. Do you know some of the bands that are going to be playing? Can you share that with us?
Well, we don't have a band this year. We just have our DJ playing.
Okay. Yep.
So.
And then the route, actually, let's talk about the route too. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about Thunder at the River, 2-day event coming up this weekend. And on Saturday, on that 2 to 3 hour ride, again, that's open to anybody that wants to jump on board. And it's primarily motorcycles, though, for that ride, correct?
Correct, but there's also people that bring their cars, and
okay.
They line up in the back.
All right, and what's that route look like? Because it's a good 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, this year, in the past we've gone up 22 and then come back down on that way. But this year we're going to go south.
Okay.
So we're going to go through Manistee, and then we're going to go down to Custer, and then we're going to go to our halfway point is going to be at the AMVETS building, or AMVETS in Baldwin.
Okay.
And that's going to be our halfway point. And then from there, we're going to go back, get on 37, go all the way back over, and then come back through back roads back into Manistee.
All right. So that's a good ride. 37. You won't take 55 though. You're going to kind of scatter a little, or take some of the back roads.
We're going to stay at 55.
Yeah. That's going to be a good ride. And so, where should those that want to take part in that ride just go right to the casino at a certain time, and a staging area will be there too?
Yeah, registration starts at 9:00 on Saturday morning.
Okay.
We're also going to have pre-registration on Friday. And then we'll be registering people at the bike night in Manistee tomorrow night. The combat vets are hosting a bike night in Manistee on River Street.
Okay.
And we'll be doing pre-registration there too.
All right. And obviously there's an element of raising funds as part of this event. Take us through that part of it.
Okay. All the money that we get from this event goes out to veterans organizations throughout Manistee County, Mason County. And because Rolling Thunder, we're Chapter 1, Michigan Chapter 1, and we're basically northern Michigan. That's our area, and that's who we take care of. So whatever veterans organization that needs help, then we donate money to them.
That's great. And I remember being told that you are Chapter 1. That's got to be, that bar is pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it is. There's 3 other chapters in Michigan. We have Chapter 4 in Muskegon, and we have Chapter 5 down in Brighton. So those areas are taken care of by those chapters.
Yeah, and for those in the Ludington area, you were just the group was just involved with the big event with Fish On for Freedom. And how many? I always wonder about this. How many flags that you put up to when the boats come back in? The whole pier is just filled with American flags.
We get asked that question a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
We actually have our flag trailer has about 500 flags on poles.
Wow.
So we can set them up. We do funerals and we do events like this, and then Fish On for Freedom and Tight Lines for Troops, and so everybody can welcome our veterans when they come back from fishing.
Absolutely. How important is all of these events to you personally and to the group itself?
To me personally, it's very important because I'm not a veteran myself, but this is my way of giving back. Mm-hmm. This is my way of doing things for them. So, just a little bit of saying thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And the group overall, I bet you get some pretty amazing comments and conversations there.
Oh yeah, we do like ice cream and cake at our local, our homes, and sometimes all you have to do is just sit there and listen.
Yeah.
And you get stories and they just like to talk,
Yeah,
so I just sit there and listen.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
I think that's the best way to do it and absorb those conversations. Again, times for, let's fill in some of the gaps here in regards to things that, again, VFW Hall tomorrow, they're in Manistee, staging at 2 o'clock. The ride starts at 3 o'clock. You're going to go from the VFW Hall up to the casino there. And then 3 o'clock, or just after that, there will be music and food and entertainment. That'll go through the evening hours, right?
Yeah, we'll be till about 6 o'clock.
Okay, all right. And then on Saturday, 9 o'clock, things start right there again at the casinos. The registration for the bikes. When does the music and food and everything else start?
Everything starts at 9 o'clock.
Okay, so yeah, and then that'll go through most of the day.
Go to 6 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, that's you probably have quite a few volunteers to help pull this off. Any sort of shout out or appreciation to anybody?
We have the Christian motorcycle riders always help us out, and the Boy Scouts from Ludington always come up and help us out a lot too. So then we have a lot of local volunteers.
That's cool. And then you have your tie-in with Sawyer's Kids for a Cause well. They always do a great thing. What involvement have they been a part of in the last couple of years?
They've helped out a lot with preparation and getting things done. Heather's pretty good about getting things done.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate that.
And it takes a lot of people, but you know what? It's a great cause, and it's a great event. And to see the Michigan Vietnam Veterans Wall and and you have the conflict wall too, right? You said
right.
you mentioned
Middle Eastern conflict wall.
Absolutely, and so that is going to take place this Friday and Saturday. And you don't want to miss this. Anything else that we forgot to talk about?
We forgot to talk about our the ride.
Yes,
the ride. We start staging at 9 o'clock, but we're leaving at 11 o'clock.
That's right. Okay, that's okay.
And
that's
then
the time
we should be back to the casino by about 3.
Okay, all right, and motorcyclists and motorists, they can kind of take their time. You're going to be you've got maps out there or directions at least for this is the route, just in case there's some gaps that happen along the ride, right?
Yeah, and it's a police escorted ride too, so there's usually no gaps, and everybody is able to keep up.
And that's a pretty big area, so you've got a lot of departments that are a part of that.
Oh yeah, and we sure appreciate all the departments that we have. Fire departments, we have ambulance department, police departments. They have all helped out in the past.
That's cool. No, that's very cool. Anything we missed talking about? It's such a great event, and we're happy that you're putting on it. We're going to be covering that over the next couple of days. But any other details? Is there a Facebook or website that people can find out more information, or where can we send them for more details?
Yeah, we do have a Thunder at the River Facebook page. And we have a Thunder at the River website.
Okay, all right. So Make sure you check that out. And then, as mentioned, anything that we missed chatting about this morning?
and I think we've got it.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you.
We appreciate the time.
Absolutely. President of Rolling Thunder, Bojan Brave Bull, with us this morning, and thanks for all that you do. You see the commitment from Rolling Thunder so much here in the West Michigan area. Chapter-wise, there's 3 chapters in Michigan, but I would assume that that's going to continue to expand, right?
We are hoping, yes.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to that. But we're really glad that Chapter 1's right here in our backyard. So, Bojan, thanks for taking some time with us.
You bet. And then one more thing.
Yeah.
You do not have to be a veteran to be in Rolling Thunder, and you do not have to have a motorcycle. So
Okay.
just to throw that out there, if anybody is interested in helping.
That's a good point, and they can chat with you about that over the next couple of days
Oh, yeah.
too, right? That's
Yes.
a good thing. And same thing with the public for coming out to this 2-a-day event. It is open to everybody, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we want people to take part in it. So, well, we appreciate you taking some time this morning, and stay safe out there. And another thing, I know we didn't bring it up during the conversation, but we are in summertime, and people are out mowing their grass and all of that stuff.
Right.
And we want to make sure to keep those grass trimmings out of the road.
Right?
Yeah. There's just too many accidents and too many issues with that, and we see it from time to time, and it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I'm sure you guys get really upset about that when you see that.
That's like ice.
It
It's
is.
like ice
Yeah.
when it's on the road.
All right, so let's make sure that from all of us that are mowing our lawns this summer that we adhere to do that as much as possible. Bojan, thanks for taking some time with us.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's 9:35 here on 102.7. It's WMOM.
Team Jamie Loney and Christina Simone of 5 Star Real Estate would like to thank all of our veterans.